Normal time, but I think 9 o'clock is better. I think I'm gonna go with 9 o'clock.
I like 9 o'clock.
I like 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
Late night. Towards late night. How you doing, Nora?
I'm doing good.
Doing
Doing
good?
really good. Yeah. I had a good
Okay. Philly Phil.
Oh my goodness, I'm actually sitting here in a chair with y'all.
time. The
First
man
time ever.
himself.
The man himself.
First time ever. What's up, man?
First time ever.
First time we've been on
Actually,
the show together.
yeah, it is the
where
first
I'm
time
just
that
sitting here and
we were all sitting here
hitting
on
the
the same.
buttons, and I'm not the Wizard of Oz and doing
Yeah.
all that jazz.
You're not behind the
You've
scenes hitting
joined
the
us
button.
on the other side of the curtain.
I don't know how it's gonna be. So let me just warn you. I'm sorry. I'm a different animal when I'm not in control.
Yeah, I know. You. I don't think they know how animal you are when you're not in control.
Mm-hmm.
You think they ready?
They better be.
What does that
You
mean?
think they ready?
But your audience thinks I'm gay anyway. So like,
Why?
cause I say I don't say gay stuff, but just I say, hey,
Yeah.
girl, what's wrong with a finger in the butt? Sometimes if
Oh
it's a
my
woman.
God,
So
I
that's
swear.
perfectly
You
fine.
advocate for, healthy sexual experience.
Yeah.
I know. It's okay.
That's
Not gay.
that's
It's not.
We've gone over
If you
this,
did it,
guys.
then it would be gay.
definitely not.
You're the underground sausage.
That was my stripper name.
Okay.
That was in the past. We gonna leave that in the past.
No.
Never
But
live
if
in
I
the
was to,
past.
if I had the same body, I would do it again in a heartbeat.
Because if it was a woman, she would never live that down. If she was a stripper, she's always a stripper.
And we're all for body positivity here. Don't let that hold you back.
Oh,
Yeah,
no,
dude, you
definitely not.
I'm gonna get you a license plate that says underground sausage.
Oh my God.
What's wrong with that?
You gotta, if you do that, it's gotta be a star. You gotta have my cowboy star with it right in the middle.
Oh my gosh. Wait. Now you have to wear like a cowboy, like either a cowboy outfit or like a football outfit. I don't know. I think we need to make this happen though.
Oh Jesus.
Yeah.
We just gave Nora an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah. So y'all next show, your next
Underground
cabaret show.
sausage. Why underground?
Huh?
Is it because you were being secretive? You were hiding the sausage?
Basically, and
It's so big. It
oh
like,
my
goes
God.
Underground.
Okay.
That's what his ex-wife said.
That's what she literally.
She called in. She was like, "It's huge." Do you remember the Fun Spot commercials?
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
It's huge.
And that's your ex-wife, so she's still saying that. She's probably not lying, right? Because like if you're not on good terms, she wouldn't say anything nice voluntarily.
Facts, but I'm just saying we moved on from that. So
Anyways, yeah, we got way off topic real quick.
we gotta.
Phil, you're already
See,
being
you
a bad
already starting.
influence.
You already starting.
Chaos.
So we got a great show tonight. But before we start for the first topic, I would like to say a prayer blessings to everybody that got hurt from the Kansas City Chiefs parade when they won the Super Bowl. They had the parade.
No,
There
that's
was
really
a
sad.
shooting. 28 people got injured. A DJ mother that was 43 got killed. It was two men. One's 43, the other one's 46, and they also arrested two 17-year-olds that was involved in it as well. So, prayers up to
I don't know. It's like
Casey, to the city, and hopefully, it's
yeah. It's
hopefully they
just
can
so
overcome
tragic.
this, which they will. So that's that. So
Talk about y'all's event that y'all had, because that seemed.
oh my God.
cool.
Our Valentine's Day cabaret show went
It
really well.
It went well. It literally went well more than what I expected.
Wait,
Yeah.
so did you have low expectations?
No,
Or just
because
you
we
didn't
didn't
know
know
what to
we didn't know
You
there
never
was-
know how the turnout's going to
the
be.
turnout was gonna be,
Yeah.
and the turnout was very well.
It was really good.
It was really good.
Mm-hmm.
People were into the show. The audience were into the show. The comedians were the dancers. They took.
Yeah, the talent was amazing.
So
like
what-
I knew the show.
Phil,
was
when
gonna
I
be
mean
phenomenal.
the dancers took it up, and not you missed it. They took it
They
up.
were
and
fantastic.
What
they
were
took it
y'all's
up.
roles?
We were the
We were the
hosts.
Yeah, and I was like I was the producer, stage mother. Like I put the whole show together and just kind of made sure everything was in line. The stage manager?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So
And
this
then
is
the
something
hosts.
that you guys are gonna plan on keep doing?
Oh yeah,
Well,
we
the
got the
venue-
next one is March 21st.
Yeah.
Dang, already?
Yeah, they already booked us for the next
owner was
next
so
one.
excited about the show. She loved it. And then on top of that, we're also turning this into a bit of like a talent management thing, because now that we have a good little like supply of talent,
Yeah, we
and they want somebody who's going to be like, hey, I got a gig for you.
So what kind of talent? Who were you looking for?
Everything, everybody. There's something for
Jugglers.
Yeah, because there's a market for that. Corporate
There
shows,
is.
they love
Magicians.
hiring them. Yeah. All of that. Because there may not be as many gig opportunities like on a regular basis, but there's seasons where like there's a lot of gigs. Like around the holidays, there's Christmas parties galore, and corporate companies love hiring musicians and jugglers and
Hypnotist.
stuff like
You
that.
need to do a hypnotist.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be
Have you
that
ever
would
been hypnotized before?
hell no, but I would definitely want to.
Okay, so here's
You
the
want to
plan.
be hypnotized?
Oh
Here's the
hell
plan. We
yeah, I
gotta
would
get
definitely
the-
want to be hypnotized. I want to see what the
We
hell
gotta
would
get the
come out my
hypnotist
mouth.
to get him to do the underground sausage dance.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so back on track, guys.
Yes, I
back
swear,
on track here.
I can't.
So the show was great.
I think
The
you need to
show
go
was
back
amazing.
to controlling the keypad.
The show was amazing. It was wonderful, and
It
yeah, we're
was.
looking for all kinds of talent to join us, and because we want to be able to provide opportunities to performers that need to like get in there and get some experience, but also get paid for it. So they're not just performing for exposure or for free. Like they're going to make a little bit of money, but also get some good pictures, get some videos, have like perform in front of a real audience, and then we get to put on a really really killer show, and
Yeah,
the
so there's a-
audience loved it.
There's an event tomorrow that she booked the dancer, so I will be there tomorrow at that event.
It's gonna be Underground Sausage is gonna be the security.
Cat's Entertainment Rebirth. Very cool person. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's so cool.
Rebirth Entertainment. Yeah.
She's so cool. The
They
first
do
night
events
that we met her.
right now out at Caney's restaurant in Kissimmee. So those are two venues that we've kind of partnered with, or two.
Mm-hmm.
Well, she's more of an event coordinator, and then the venue Bipolar Lounge. So yeah, we're the new hot spot for Orlando nighttime entertainment.
And we're looking for everything. Poet, if you do
Mm-hmm.
poetry, singers, rappers. If you want to show your showcase, your talent, let us know. DM us.
Yeah,
You
we'll
know,
put you on stage
and put you on
and get
put
you
you
some
on
really
stage.
good footage.
We gotta do a '90s like house party dance routine. You and I.
Phil, I
That
saw
sounds exhausting.
I saw your gen to gen when you was doing the
That was the Macarena.
bro. That was still bad at Macarena.
It was stiff. It was really stiff. I didn't have a lot of room here, so I couldn't do my thing. But yeah, maybe we can have a '90s dance off.
I'd pay to see that.
We can do that.
We'll have
So,
we'll have
let's
the
go.
medics on standby.
So today's topic, very interesting topic. Open up the floodgates. So, can your significant other be best friend with the opposite sex? Can they have a best friend of the opposite sex if you're in a relationship? And also, there's like a 2-part question, but we're gonna see where this one goes. So, Nora, what do you think?
So this is a very controversial topic,
Oh yeah, definitely.
of course, and I posted in some Facebook groups and got a lot. It's very interesting the response that I got, because it's always a very specific type of person that repeats the same bullshit. But me personally, okay, what I think is that it depends on the person, because at the end of the day, you have to have a certain level of emotional maturity. I think it is completely insane to be like, nope, if you have a dick and I have a, if you have a dick and I have a vagina, we gotta hook up. It just has to happen. Like if we're in this, oh God, if we're in the same room and somebody got upset, that we were talking about like opposite genders, but it could apply for any type of relationship. Just because two people, regardless of what's in their pants, are in a room together doesn't mean that they have to fuck, doesn't mean that they have to want to fuck, doesn't mean they have to it just doesn't have to happen if they can control themselves. And it seems to be pretty unanimous that y'all can't control your wieners.
Oh my God, here
and
we
that's
go.
just kind of the bottom line of what it comes down to. Because I mean, I feel like across the board, the women were like, they weren't even speaking up about like jealousy, even saying, "Oh no, my man can't have."
And you know what? And I guarantee, because I saw all the comments that was put on your comment when you posted it, and I guarantee there's a lot of women out there that say hell no.
Yeah, probably.
That is definitely not happening.
It comes down to emotional maturity. I think 100% that's what it comes down to, and it
insecurity.
depends on the person. Yeah, because
it comes down to insecurity. Because if you're insecure, then what are you doing in a relationship if you're insecure? Because there's no way
that's weird. Because everyone has insecurities. I don't think necessarily the insecurity is the bad part. I think it's how you act on it. Because like I could be insecure all day that my man might cheat on me, even though I'm not, he would never. But that my man might cheat on me. But if I freak out about it every single day, it's going to ruin the relationship. If I sit back and I say, you know what, if he does, then he wasn't meant for me. Then that's maturity in dealing with that feeling, and I can live my life.
So do you have a male best friend?
No, you guys are annoying. No, I'm kidding. No, I don't have time. I have children. I have a busy life. I have career. I have so many things going on. I barely have time for the one man that I have. So I have plenty of friends that, like, you guys are my friends. I hang out with you guys. You see what I do. I do burlesque. I model. I'm always in lingerie. My ass is all over the place. My boyfriend has enough confidence in me and in our relationship because he gets to see the vulnerable side of me when I come home and I strip it all off and I'm just myself. And he goes through the painful times with me, and it's different than the persona that the rest of the world gets to see. And so I know without a shadow of a doubt, he does not have an ounce of jealousy, and knows, because he trusts me and knows I'm emotionally mature.
Do
you know that for a fact? Just because he's telling you, do you know that for a fact?
I know that there's probably still some little glimmers of jealousy here and there. I think it would make me sad if he wasn't a little bit felt like a little twinge here and there about it. But I think because he has respect for me as an individual human being and knows that what I do is not taking away from our relationship in any way, shape, or form, and I'm not giving anything to anybody else. So not any kind of attention that would cross a line into something that's only meant to be for him. You know what I mean? Okay. And so I think that I think he just knows that. I mean, he met me when I was performing and modeling. And I've always been I think I'm just very vocal about how I feel about every other man in the world that's not my boyfriend or the men that I know. Like, you guys, great guys. I know to your soul deep down. Yeah.
Duh.
But I know that to your soul deep down that you're just good people. You're good men. And I can hang out with you and be around you. And I don't ever have to worry about you guys crossing lines because I know you're respectful.
Exactly.
You're respectful of me just as a person, not even my relationship, but you're respectful of me as a human being. You know what I mean? So I think it's possible, but I think it depends on the person.
And I feel what you're saying, because this logo picture right here, okay? Do you know how many DMs that I got as soon as I put this up? What's going on? Are you guys fucking?
Because you guys are easy.
No. What the hell? Just because we took a picture like that doesn't mean we're fucking.
Yeah, exactly. But the reason why people think that is because that's all you guys think about. You guys want to stick it in everything, and so
no, definitely not. I'm just saying, definitely not. Hell to the no.
Maybe not you, but at the same time, I'm saying that
my king is precious. My king is precious. So Phil, what about you? Do you have a female best friend, and how does your wife feel about it?
I do have a female best friend, but she's ugly. So
wow,
that doesn't why would
So I feel like that just further cements my point,
See, but that
and that you guys cannot control yourselves, and so there has to be outside factors involved to make you control yourselves.
I have 4. 4 or 5.
How many of them have you slept with?
How many have what?
How many of them have you slept with?
None. How many out of the 4 that I kissed?
Wait, hold up.
You're different though. You're sweet. You're like a romantic.
Oh,
You're
Jesus.
a sweet guy. Like I do think that you cherish and value what a relationship and intimacy and all that is, and I think that's different. I think again, it depends on the guy.
Bro,
Like
that's code for you're soft. She just called you. She called you a bitch.
But why?
That's what she just called you.
Why are you
She
guys
called you-
making that a bad thing? Why, like honestly, why is it such? Why are you guys so like wishy-washy about that?
I'm just
Y'all are weird.
only
Men are
one.
weird.
Only out of the 4, only one I've kissed, and we almost took it there, but we stopped it because
Were you in a relationship, Paul?
if we was in a
No,
relationship,
were you in a relationship with someone when you did that?
No.
So you're just saying that you have a best friend that you've only crossed the line like to
We
where
almost
things got a
we
little
almost
intimate
we
once.
almost crossed the line. We almost
So then,
did
if you
cross
got
the line.
into a committed relationship with somebody else, do you think that significant? It would be appropriate to maintain that friendship, even though you did almost cross that line one time.
I'm gonna say damn, I can't plead the fifth. I can't plead the fifth
Because you would.
because I can't plead
Because
the
you
fifth.
would.
I'm saying I don't if you're like upfront with the person that you're talking to or in a relationship, like, hey, we kissed, she's my best friend, we kissed, but this happened a long time ago and there's nothing there never was. We didn't
So do you even tell your significant other that even happened in the past, or do you just kind of let it slide because it's never going to happen again?
I mean, it depends. I think it depends.
Why bring it up?
I think it depends.
Why bring it up? Because you feel that she's insecure in some way, or
No, because I wanna have her at ease where
there's no situation where it's going to be okay.
of course it's not gonna be.
From our
There's no
point of view.
situation is not gonna be okay.
I think it could be depending on how much time has passed. So
exactly
if
how
it's
much
been a
time has
while,
passed.
if
It's
she's
been a
moved
while.
on, if she's in
Yesterday.
her own relationship,
That what?
obviously.
Yesterday.
If it was yesterday, then that's a whole different story.
You
That's a
move
whole
on
different
real
ball
quick
game.
there.
That's a whole different ball game. Like, hold up, wait a minute, hold on. But it also depends on the person who you're with. If they're not jealous, because I think jealousy plays a lot in it.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just say I'm hanging out once a month or every other month with my best friend, and her thoughts are gonna go, what are they doing? Or
Does she know what you guys are doing? Is she invited? Like,
of course I would. If you
Yeah.
have to invite
I
them.
think it would be different if the circumstances surrounding it seemed shady or dishonest.
Mm-hmm.
But
That's why you have to be honest in the beginning.
Yeah.
If you're honest in the beginning, if you're not honest in the beginning and then she finds out later, your partner
Yeah.
finds out later on, why the hell didn't you tell me this? Then now there's gonna be so much in her head that every time you guys had hang out and she knew that you guys were hanging out, now so much shit is running through her mind. What the fuck happened? What the fuck did y'all do? I
But
didn't.
see, and if you ever get to a point in a relationship where you're worried about those kinds of things, then like there were problems beforehand. I think I feel like it's never just one situation. Like, oh, I just hung out with my friend the one time, and now you're like, freaking out. Although guys love to say stuff like that, like, oh, now you're tripping or whatever. But usually it's a lead up to that. It's not just overnight. And if she's jealous and not okay with it and not cool with it, I do think that she has the right to make that choice, and or he or she,
And it's all
to
about
make that choice.
And it's all about boundaries as well. Like,
Yeah.
it's all about boundaries.
Women, you cannot put boundaries on a woman.
Why not?
What does that
'Cause
even mean?
You can't do it.
What does that even mean?
If you as a man tell a woman boundaries, they will not accept
Well,
it.
but here's the thing:
Why not?
hold on? Are you putting the boundaries on her, or are you building your own boundaries? Because those are different.
Okay, so let me rephrase
That is
myself.
different,
Men
yeah.
are not allowed to have boundaries.
No, absolutely, men are allowed to have boundaries.
You
The
say
problem
that,
is-
but women in relationships do not
so give me
allow
an
men to have
example.
boundaries.
Give me an
Why?
example of
Yeah,
a boundary that you feel like a woman would not allow you to have.
When it comes to relationships, or just in general?
In general,
All right, don't come in my room when I'm working.
That's it. Are you 5 years old?
Yes.
I work from home. I have to put a sign on my door to tell the kids, like, hey, mommy's working. Stay out of the room. Like, okay.
But your spouse don't do that.
You're right, and it annoys the shit out of me.
Exactly. That's a boundary.
That's a boundary.
It's just a basic sign of respect for a person's employment.
You're proving my point.
You're proving mine.
What do you mean?
You guys should not be in charge of things.
Oh my God, here we go with the not, and we should
I'm
not be in charge of
sorry.
shit.
I just, you're not really.
So now,
having
does
a strong argument here.
your boyfriend have a female best friend?
Actually, he does.
He does.
Yeah.
Okay, and how is
Were
their?
they friends before you met?
Yeah.
Okay, so now how is their relationship?
They're great.
with-
Like they've gone out and he'll be like, hey, I'm gonna go meet Keisha at the bar. We're gonna have a drink. Like they've done that several times, and
Allen Iverson says it's possible if they aren't attractive.
because you guys cannot control your wieners, and they have to be. They have
Whoa,
to not.
that does.
They have to not tingle it in order for it to be okay.
That makes no sense whatsoever.
Because if you're not attracted to the other person, then you won't be tempted to cross that line. But if by some way they're a little bit attractive,
Okay, so
then
you're saying if
won't be
you
able
okay,
to
so you're
resist.
saying even if you're a little attractive, you're gonna try to cross that line.
That's what he's saying.
I mean, honestly, Nora, you don't even have to be attractive. If you just show some type of interest in a guy, they're gonna try and bang you anyway.
Because you can't
Christopher,
control
I agree
your
with
wieners.
the boundaries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's the boundaries thing though. It's
Wait, hold on, Chris. What do you mean? You mean you agree with me that men
That
can't
men-
set boundaries, or
that was a terrible example though.
that's just what popped in my head. But like,
Okay.
You gotta have something better than
Yeah,
that.
'cause
You
that's
gotta
the
have
dumb
something
example.
better than
It
that.
can't be the same thing
In
that
that brain of
want my
yours, you're
kids to
telling me
do.
you came up with that little small thing? Really?
it's true though. I'm telling you what's true to me.
So give me a different example. What's a boundary that you feel like men aren't allowed to have?
When it comes to social media, so sometimes like women don't like when men like women's photos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yet their justification for that is because of what, right?
So you're saying if I okay, so there's a two way it could be a two-way street. So you're saying if I'm hearting, if you're hearting another person's photo, picture of whatever it is, you're thinking that me want to mess with that person or fuck that person, basically.
Yet the stuff that they post solicits that.
And
If I have an
But
issue
what's
with
the
that,
boundary that you're
But
saying?
what's
you
the
have
boundary
in
that you're
relation
saying,
to
though?
this?
well, you can state that you're not cool with certain things, right?
Mm-hmm.
So maybe I'm misconstruing what an actual boundary is versus or like a request.
Ding, ding, ding.
So,
We have a winner.
no, I'm all about that.
That's the beginning of the problem, is that the
Cool.
definition of boundaries is just not, I think, clear to everybody.
Okay. I think you're 100% right.
Yeah.
So, okay. Well, then educate me then, Nora.
It's a boundary is personal. It's personal to you. It's a boundary you put around yourself, saying
Okay.
you cannot cross
Okay.
this,
So why?
this
Okay.
boundary.
So
There
now,
you go.
why is why is it personal? Is it the personal because you can't trust yourself of what you're gonna do if that boundary crosses?
I get what you're saying now. So I don't like when you talk to me like I'm trash because you wouldn't like me talking to you like that. And when I say women don't respect that, that's the thing that I'm talking about too. When it comes to
Yeah.
arguments, you cannot argue with a woman.
Because you're not gonna win. You're not gonna.
You're never gonna win.
You're never gonna win.
Because they
You're
don't
not gonna win.
they don't-
She's
they don't respect-
laughing
they
'cause
don't
she knows.
because they don't respect your boundaries. They'll push certain buttons that they know you will not cross.
Oh, you know what? That is. You know what? That is so
subjective
true.
to the person you're dealing with, unfortunately.
Well,
and there's-
everything is subjective to the person you're dealing
Yeah,
with.
so
But like,
in a lot of relationships, obviously that's something that can definitely happen is people will push each other's buttons because they're the closest to you and they know, and that is absolutely crossing a boundary.
And they will push your buttons because they know what buttons to push. They know
Yeah.
what to say to get under your
But
skin.
I also think that in mature relationships, when you can make a boundary clear, for a good example is, with my boyfriend, a very clear boundary that he has never crossed, that he's known from the beginning, is I will not be yelled at. I will not. I was in abusive relationships. Like I know what that's like to be called names, to be viciously spoken to and yelled at, and I will not allow it. I won't have it. And so that's a boundary. It's a really hard boundary
so
that
if
the
a man
second
said
someone
that-
crosses
so
that.
a man said that. I am just generalizing. So please, just if the shoe fits, sorry. But
Those are the ones that
if
get the most upset.
If a man said that to a woman, she's like, Pfft.
Then she's a shitty woman.
Yes.
Yeah,
but it's
they
true.
exist.
But
They
it's-
exist. I'm not
it
saying they
happens.
don't exist. I'm saying the margins are very different.
Very different. Okay, so Phil, does your wife have a male best friend?
She has no friends. But y'all know why. Nothing on her. It's just that our situation dictates she has to take care of our child. But if she did have a male best friend,
she's busy being a
would
superhero mom.
Would you? And like, a woman can say whatever. I can't.
A woman can say whatever they want as soon as you speak up. It's an issue. Yeah.
Oh, that's true. That's what.
I agree.
Oh my God.
That's 100% true.
Look,
no, that's true.
What do you mean speak up as in what? Expressing your feelings,
Another one.
expressing your emotion, and they claim that they want honesty. I need an example. I need an example
So
though.
I think what Allen Iverson,
because some people think they're being honest by telling a girl she needs to go to the gym, and they'll be like, well, "I'm just being honest." So let's talk about what that means.
So I think I'm gonna speak for Allen Iverson. You're a great basketball player. Thank you for watching the show. I think that that's him, right?
We don't know.
I think that what they mean is when you have concerns with us, you have a free lane to discuss those issues you have with us. But if we have issues with you, we do not have that lane to discuss those issues with you. Now I'm just generalizing, so I'm not saying that this is where every single person, every single woman out there, every single man out there, but I'm assuming that's what Allen Iverson means, and a lot of men have that statement because they cannot speak when they have issues.
So I can kind of agree because I think
You have to speak when you have issues.
Yeah, but
you have to.
But we're not allowed to.
Well, I think unfortunately for a very long time, men didn't know how to. You guys didn't know how to express yourself in a way that wasn't aggressive and hostile.
Bingo.
So like now that you kind of can't really be like that with women anymore, like it's not an acceptable thing to do, and you have to find another way to like express those feelings. It's been a struggle for you guys. It's been a real struggle, but I think that it's getting better, and I think that maybe it's a little hard for women even to help find that balance, because I feel like we do want that healthy communication, but we want it in a healthy way, you know. So
Honey, does this dress make me look fat? You need to go to the gym. Let's go to the gym, baby.
Chris, that was a good one. Okay, so part two of the question, all right? So I was
I
saying,
didn't even finish answering another one.
Go ahead.
If my wife did have a male best friend, no, I wouldn't feel any type of way.
okay, now why wouldn't you feel any type of way?
Because if she was going to do anything, she would do it, right?
Because why?
Do I have an issue with
if it's in
women
them already
having
to do
male
it.
best friends? No, but I do see why some men don't like that because they know what other men are thinking. So they're, because some men just play the long game.
Yeah, so,
But at the
now,
same
okay,
time,
so
do you guys think we're that dense and we're that?
No.
That's what I mean. Like
But
we're
it's
not
not-
that stupid that we're just
No.
like gonna be baited that easily. Like we have our own, wants and needs and
okay,
and
so
desires.
question. Excuse me. So question. So, female best friend. If you have a female best friend, you have a male best friend. You guys vent to your best friends, right? Now, is that a problem that you vent to your best friends and your wife finds out that, or your wife or your husband, whatever, finds out that you told them what's going on? Is that a big issue?
Like pillow talk?
Like pillow talk, but then she's mad that you told them your problems, or
like if you're fighting with your significant other,
yeah,
and you go
and she found out that you
talk
told
shit
them.
to your
So
friend.
is that a big issue?
To me, no, because I'm not going to be right always. If we're in an argument, you need to have another person to hear you, and if that is the correct friend, they can tell you if you fucking up.
But if that is your true best friend, they can tell you that you're fucking up. You need to do this. You need to do better at this. Now, also, who are the number one people that know you more than your spouse? Your best friend knows you more than your partner.
Everybody feels a role in people's lives, though. So, like, I understand that your spouse and your significant other is supposed to be your everything, but they can't be everything. I'm not everything to my wife. She's not everything to me. I have other people who fill those type of roles that I need. I have a friend that I talk to you about this that handles my issues with this. I talk to you about wrestling. You think I'm talking to my wife about wrestling? Hell no. You know what I'm saying? And so other people fill certain type of roles, and yeah, I may need to vent because some of the issues may be with her, and then I may not be able to even talk to her about these things because I just can't. And so I need to have, and so for me having a woman best friend, I love the woman's perspective on things, and my friends who are women can give it to me straight and tell me if I'm not being smart or about it, or they help me see things through a different lens and give me some perspective. So I do encourage opposite sexes to
and
actually
I think a lot of that, it comes down
like
to the
that.
maturity though.
Yeah.
Like,
It does. It comes down to maturity. Now what you were saying. What you were saying. Because some of the comments on Facebook was like, no, it can't be. And then someone just said, right now in the comments that if attraction. So let's just say that you're telling.
and there's a difference. A man can be openly flirting with your girl, and she will just say, "Oh, he's just a friend."
It's not like that. As soon as y'all, hold on,
That's a good one.
As soon as y'all break up, she's the guy that he's with, or he's the guy that she's with.
And but that also is true though. That's why I say that whatever.
Men play the long game.
But at the same time, are you trying to alter fate?
But that's
by,
the
like,
thing,
stopping
is
them from ever being friends. Like, it's gonna make her be with you forever if she just never met that guy. Maybe there was other issues happening that had nothing to do with that guy, and it would have happened regardless. So I don't know. I feel like that's an easy scapegoat when you're still trying to find someone else to blame for the reason why your relationship didn't work out. It's not because she was friends with that guy and he just ruined everything. Like, that's not, and if that's possible, then she wasn't the right girl. Like,
So you don't think Alicia Keys ruined Swiss Beats' marriage?
Hell no.
I don't think we know anything about those people and their real like lives and what happened.
Okay, so about that. So would you if you was Swiss Beats and the way that Usher was,
No, I'm talking about because Alicia Keys Swiss Beats was married to another woman. He was friends with Alicia Keys. He cheated on his wife with Alicia Keys, divorced his wife, got married to Alicia Keys.
It's happened multiple times.
It's happened multiple
especially
times.
in like Hollywood.
it's
Ariana
happened
Grande
multiple times.
Did that? She hooked up with the guy that she filmed did the play with. They both like cheated on their significant others to hook up with each other. If it's in a person to do it, they're going to do it regardless. So at the end of the day, I mean, I feel like let him have the friend, because if they're going to fuck up, you better they do it now than later. I mean, just hopefully they're not so sneaky that they're doing it behind your back.
Here's a question too. If you have a opposite sex best friend, do you tell, and you know your spouse has, or your girlfriend or boyfriend has an issue with that?
Mm-hmm.
Do you end your friendship, or do you hide?
That was a good one. That's the next one that I was gonna say. Do you? So if I was friends with you for so long,
Yeah.
are you gonna end our friendship because now you're in a relationship? So I knew you wait for almost 15, 20 years, and then now you're in a relationship.
It really comes down to the dynamic of our friendship. So, I mean, I need to know like why our friendship is so intimidating to my significant other, because sometimes it's not even a sexual thing.
It's not. Sometimes it's that they probably think that that person is better than them.
I'm not even saying like that. I'm saying sometimes your closeness and your bond with another person can overshadow a bond with the other person. So with your significant other, you're supposed to have a stronger bond with them than with anybody else. That's what is supposed to happen, right? When you get into a relationship, and no, they're not going to be your everything, but you are supposed to have more of an intimate relationship and more of a bond. Mm-hmm. And so I think it's a different kind of bond, but it shouldn't overshadow. And if the bond with the best friend starts to overshadow because, it's interfering with the relationship, or you're not giving the relationship the same amount of attention, then it can become a problem. Then it's not balanced. Things are not, they're off.
No, you don't leave that friendship, but you have boundaries within that relationship. True.
Yeah.
I think that a lot of men are insecure because women romanticize, I married my best friend.
Yeah.
True. And that's
so
true.
I'm like, well,
bullshit.
Shit, I'm not her best friend. Someone else is her best friend. He's gonna marry her.
Yeah, because they say, oh, I married my best friend.
But that's just bullshit that's fed to us
high school
from, like,
sweetheart.
That's what I said. It's romanticized.
Yeah,
so
maybe
that's a reason why a lot of men are insecure about their women being best friends with another man.
Yeah. And I think a lot of times too, the ones that are really diehard, like hell no, like I would never be okay with it. it's beyond insecurity. I think a lot of it comes down to they're so worried, or they know that they do not have enough to offer, that there are so many other men out there that have more to offer than they do. So if she has the opportunity to figure that out, she's going to leave. So they're like, don't talk to any other man but me forever. So you never leave me, because you'll never know how mediocre I am.
Okay, so part two of the question. So, can you and your best friend have benefits with no string attached?
That doesn't make sense.
What do you mean? It does make sense.
Benefits is sex. Sex is a string. You can have people you hook up with. Yes. In my young days, in my 20s or whatever, I might have been able to like hook up with people that I didn't have any intention of having a relationship with, because I just wanted to have a good time. Sure, totally. On an ongoing basis, maybe, but then things will always eventually get confusing and weird if you are mixing sex with friendship on like a long term way. Eventually, someone is going to be like, "Why are we doing this if it's not going to lead anywhere?"
My woman can have any friend she wants.
I'll get the big
true ride or die. See, and when you know that in your heart, that your partner is a true ride or die, because there's so many other elements that keep your relationship connected besides like the superficial bullshit that most people focus on. Like, you have a level of confidence where you're like, I would trust them, walking into a room full of freaking Playboy bunnies, and I know they would come out unscathed. Like, you can have that kind of confidence and be secure in yourself. It's a good feeling.
I've been that best friend knowingly when she cheated on her man. Oof.
I feel you. I was that.
So
what?
I was gonna say, like in your situation years ago, right? What if you?
My situation years ago, huh? What?
You said when you kissed your friends. So
okay.
if you were what if you were best friends with your ex, and then you're in a new relationship? So you guys did the thing. You guys had the thing. You guys were friends for years, and you guys are friends. Legit, you're best friends. But there's nothing there anymore. And then now you're in a relationship. Is it okay if your new person has some issues with that, because they seen it?
First of all, I don't think I would be. You're an ex for a fucking reason.
What are you guys doing though? Like, what are you doing with that best friend? Where are you guys going? What are you doing? What are you
going
doing?
Top golf.
You're ex for a reason.
Some wings and
getting drunk together.
Things just didn't work out.
Why didn't they work out? Because I don't know. When you've had a relationship with somebody already, you've been intimate with them a lot. It's hard, I think, to completely sever that tie and be friends without something still being there a little bit.
There's always a spark, right?
Again, it comes down to the individual person. It really does. Some people, maybe they're fine with it. Maybe they broke up and they realized, you know what, we're really not good together. We're better as friends, and they have
there are some people
anymore.
There are some people like that where it didn't pan out, it didn't work out, and now all of a sudden they're best friends, but they don't cross that boundaries with each other.
Do you tell your new spouse or your new significant other we dated?
I mean,
you definitely have to.
You should always disclose those kinds of things. But here's my question: are you and your spouse going on dates as often as you and the best friend? Are you guys spending as much time together? Do you have the same kind of closeness with your spouse as you do with this person, or is that person getting more of that intimate time from you? So it's a relationship to relationship thing, and unfortunately I don't think there's enough people out there that have the emotional maturity and like communication skills to be able to navigate those things.
Just say it's men. I know you hate men.
I don't hate
How she say it? Y'all men should not be in charge of nothing. You guys cannot fucking control it.
Well, it doesn't mean that I hate you or that I don't like you. It just honestly, there's like I said, there's one piece of that pizza that all of you good ones fit in. The rest of them, though, are the ones that are always running their mouths on social media, being the loudest and speaking up for y'all. So you guys need to speak up a little bit more and like push back on that narrative that's being pushed on us so hard.
The vocal minority is always the loudest.
Yeah, but that's what we hear the most. That's what we see the most. They're the ones that are giving us all the feedback. And it sucks because you have younger boys, the younger generation. They're the ones reading that. They're the ones that think those guys are the ones that know what's up.
What's your body count?
That's so disgusting.
So we're gonna open up these phone lines right now, and if you see the phone number on the screen, call in, and we want to know your input right now. So call in right now. We want to
tell us if Nora hates men.
we want to know. So we got to put our headsets for this one, right? If they call
I'll tell
in.
you when we get a phone call. People,
okay.
So a lot of people are scared. There's people watching, just that they're just lurkers.
Come on. Yeah. I know you guys in the comments. I want to hear your voice.
I can't hate men because I have boys. I'm raising boys, and I am raising them to be functional, healthy men that have a respect for themselves and a respect for women. So it's not men as a whole. It's a certain type of man. And like you said, those are the ones that are the ones being the loudest. And they're kind of setting the precedent for what should be. And it sucks that the rest of you that are the good men that are taking care of, us and the children and being out there advocating for us. Mm-hmm. You guys are busy doing that, and you're not on social media running your mouths and talking shit. So,
oh no, I have plenty of fake burner social media pages where I'm like, Andrew Tate is God, and then
can they see the last number? I don't think they could see the last number.
That's the TV. It's on the. It's good.
Okay.
I told you this is a $10 TV. Don't worry about it. Those lines are not on the actual broadcast, so don't worry about that. But yeah, the phone number is there: 352-717-4071. If you want to call in.
Call in. We want to hear your input.
Sex best friend. I mean,
and what does your significant other think about it? And are they worried? Because no matter what, we had this, I think, on the first season when the last 3-4 episodes that she was on last season.
That's not what Nora was talking about. She has a significant other that's also racing. She ain't by herself, though.
Oh, my God. And to be completely honest, I think that I could probably. So, it's not that hard. Boys do it.
From
what?
If men can raise other men and make good ones and make bad ones, why couldn't I?
Can a man raise a woman?
Sure. It doesn't mean she's going to grow up and be super feminine or super soft or super whatever. Maybe she will. Why not? I think at the end of the day, sure. But whatever, that's a whole other argument. That bruises the ego too much because...
That bruises the ego too much.
So let's say you have a male best friend, right? You guys have been best friends for 15 years, right?
This best friend thing, honestly, is throwing me off because I feel like how many grown people, when you say best friend, how often do you see your best friend?
3 times a year, probably.
Okay. That's different to me. When that's your best friend and you're going and you're seeing them just a few times a year, I feel like that's
my best friends are back home, and when I was living back home, I would see them.
So it's not like every week.
I would probably see them like every other week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my best friends.
Let's say you have a close friend there.
Yeah.
Close male friend. You guys have been friends for 15 years. You're in your current relationship, and then your close best friend tells you that he has feelings for you. Mm-hmm. A, did you already know? And B, how do you react? And C, do you tell your partner?
So I've never had it happen when I was in a relationship. I did have.
I love you.
What?
I'm confessing my love for you.
Oh. Anyways,
she said what?
You see her face. Her face is like, huh? What? Wait.
She said what?
Anyways, back. Rein it in, guys. I have had it happen once. I wasn't in a relationship at the time, but I genuinely cared about the guy in a brotherly way, and he was very much into me, and I kind of just had to really let him down easy and just let him know, hey, I care about you a lot in the most platonic way. I just don't really see you like that. I'm sorry if that hurt your feelings, and then I did have to pull back on the friendship a bit.
Okay, so what about if you guys just end up fucking getting wasted and fucking drunk? And
what world do you live in?
I'm just asking.
This is not like an MTV reality show.
But you never
underground sausage. So
you never know that could happen.
I know it couldn't happen because I don't go hang out and get wasted with people. It's just not something I do. But
we got a full bar
at the same time,
we got a full bar here. So
if you're an adult and you're in control of your actions, then from the very first drink, you're making a choice. So that's not an excuse.
True.
But let's say you are in a relationship. Your close friend tells you these things.
Yeah.
Do you say something back to your?
Even
you definitely have to.
Them?
Do I tell my significant other?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah,
You
I would,
have to.
I would probably have to have that conversation. It'll be like, I told you so. And I would have to, eat that. But
They
yeah, of course
they
would.
definitely, that other partner would say, "Oh, I told you so."
And I wouldn't feel like it would be appropriate for me to hang out with that person alone moving forward.
After moving forward, after they tell you
Yeah.
that, yeah.
Just because now I know, I feel like it wouldn't be fair or nice to do to them either, because if you know someone has those feelings for you,
Now
you don't
you're
want to
just
continue
now
to
you're
like toy with them and put yourself in a position.
and you're leading them on.
Yeah,
type
give them
type
like
way.
mixed signals. Like that wouldn't be cool. So I don't know why I feel like this is not like, this shouldn't be such a controversial topic, and it shouldn't be such a difficult thing for people to
Why?
wrap their brains
But
around,
there's a
it
lot
is.
there's a lot of jealousy.
Very close-minded, like it doesn't happen every day.
What doesn't happen?
So he thinks I'm close-minded because apparently in his world it happens every day.
What?
Well,
I guess that friends get wasted and hook up.
Oh,
Maybe
well,
I'm-
that
maybe
does
it's just me getting older.
that does
It's
does
just
happen
not the
though.
lifestyle that I live, so I don't know. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with people doing that. Like, live your life, be free, like do you, but don't be unrealistic. Don't try to like paint it as something else. Like, oh, we were just friends, we got wasted. Yeah, again, that first drink, you're making a choice. Like, you're adults with a working, functional brain. Like, there's no excuse. I will say that a lot of them, I'm not so sure about the functional working part.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
And a lot of people too.
And it doesn't always connect.
Yeah, and
you
a lot
know?
of people do
They
rush
don't connect
into
from the brain to
relationships,
the
too.
all the way to the
People,
body.
people rush into relationships too. So
Yeah.
they go into relationships not even being a whole person.
Yeah.
You knew it from the beginning. Men make it very known when they're interested in you. Not all of them do.
No.
No, not
all of them
all
do.
of them.
And, having teenagers and having teenage boys, I've had the conversation with him where he's said that he's realized in having conversations with girls that sometimes they're just being nice. They're not flirting. Or sometimes you're just being nice. He's just being nice. And he's concerned that they might think he's flirting. And to hear that from a 19-year-old that has enough awareness to be like, hey, sometimes people are just being nice. It's not always flirting.
I commend
not that hard.
the newer generation.
I do too.
They definitely.
I think they're honestly saying
Learn,
where
yeah.
all of us are getting it wrong because we've totally flipped the narrative now, and it's not, the idea of family and tradition is not what it used to be. They're creating their own because they're realizing that what like we thought it was is
Who do you
not.
think messed that up?
I think that
Our generation or generation
no, I
before
think the
us?
generation before them, to be honest. Like,
Okay, so the boomers.
the boomers, yeah. And unfortunately, I don't think that it was their fault. I think that they were very much fed, like force fed a narrative, of what the all American family is supposed to be,
Supposed to
what
be
kind of
and
jobs
look
you're supposed to
like,
have, the
and
kind of
yeah.
education you're supposed to have, what kind of life you're supposed to live. I think they were kind of forced into like, if you want to be a happy, successful person, this is what you need to do. And then it kind of trickled down and didn't really result in the things that they were told it was going to result in. And so all the generations afterwards have kind of been figuring that out, I think, through being like, well, you said this is going to happen, but it's not really working out that way. So maybe that's not working. So maybe we need to try things different. And I kind of just think that's been continuing on until this next generation is just doing things completely different.
Way different.
Yeah.
Everything is so different. Music's different.
The way they look at relationships.
The way that they look at relationship, the way that they're raised, especially the way that they're raised.
Do you think we feel left out because we're like, oh wait, y'all are doing it right? Damn it.
I don't know that they're doing it right. I think they're
I don't
figuring it
think
out.
so.
I think they're changing. They're finding new ways to do things to make it work in a different way. But there's always, I don't know. We can never really find a balance. I think that's where we suffer as a human race.
Do you live in poly relationships?
I think that it's up to every individual person. I think some people can handle it, some people can't.
Do you know what that is?
Would you?
Do you know what that is?
Yeah.
Would I?
Yeah.
I don't know. That's
It
think
depends, but it depends on the person that you're with. If they're
There's two
if they-
sides to that coin. Because if my
yeah.
partner was completely open minded to it, I might be open to it.
You'll be in an open relationship?
An open relationship, yeah.
But at the same time, I'm like, oh, that sounds like so much work. Like, I don't even want to give somebody else that kind of attention and energy and like invest into someone that way. If it's just a fancy way of saying, can I like occasionally fuck somebody else? I feel like that's a different conversation you should have than to be poly.
What if he said that to you?
Still, no, I'm good.
Like, hey, look, Monday through Wednesday, that's
That
when
would
we bang
require
out.
me going out and speaking to other people.
No, I'm saying, what if he said that to you? So like, look, I love you so much. You mean the world to me. But Monday through Wednesday, that's the time that we bang it out. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I'm banging Mal. So, like, what?
Me personally, I don't think I would be into that because, I don't know, I would just be like, go do you, and we would just go our separate ways because I got my own plans. I don't really need to work out some kind of arrangement with somebody. Like, if we're going to do this together, we're going to do it together, but if we're not, we're not.
Would you be in an open relationship?
No, I don't think so. I don't think I'll be able to. I don't think I'll be able to handle that.
Right?
I don't think I'll be able to handle that.
Too much drama.
I don't think I'll be able to handle that.
Now, like, on the flip side, if my boyfriend ever wanted to go, like, take some Molly and go down to Secrets or something, I might be down for that. On like a one night little whatever. We don't talk about it the next day.
Go to the villages. Look for the loofahs.
No, again, this is already past my bedtime, so I'm talking
Nora,
like a
what was the craziest thing you
well
and your
different.
significant other ever did?
Wait, what'd you say?
What was the craziest thing you and your significant other did, Nora?
The craziest what?
The craziest thing. Like, what was the spontaneous thing that y'all have done?
What's the craziest
couple?
spontaneous thing that you and your significant other did?
Oh gosh,
Murder the hobo. Oh, woo.
But
I honestly can't say for me and my boyfriend, my like partner now, because our relationship I feel like has been the mellow to my like wild days before.
Mm-hmm.
So I can't even talk about.
You're from LA. You probably did some weird stuff
I mean, it's not just that; it's that I spent some time
in prison.
No, I spent some time, in the adult world for a little while and really explored all avenues. And I don't know. I can honestly say there's very few things I haven't tried, or done. And so when I got with my current relationship, it's kind of funny because I feel like that was the calm that I needed. I needed like just some normalcy, and like we have a good time when we have a good time, but it's almost. I guess it's definitely more vanilla than like my previous. So we haven't even really, sadly, we haven't been as spontaneous or done anything as spontaneous as I would have liked. But also, I can't even think of something spontaneous I would want to do because when you get older and your body changes, right? You're shaped differently.
But
you're not as flexible. Like if we try to do like shower sex or something, and there's just not enough.
But don't you think that when you get older, and is it? If you hit over 40 or, some age over 35 or 40 that you just want to go and just do more crazy shit or experience more crazy shit?
I think you have to consider too, if you have kids, if both people have full-time jobs, there's so many other factors affecting your life where you're like, I really just want to go to fucking sleep. So
why? But you only have one life. Why the hell would you want to go to sleep instead of just going?
But see, things change. Your priorities change. Like you're just, even if you have a high sex drive and you're somebody who enjoys those things, it's just there's other things that end up being a bigger priority, and then you save those moments and those times for when and they're just more special that way when you can actually plan the time to spend together. And sometimes it's spontaneous, sometimes it's not, because we have 3 kids, we have a small house, we have 2 full-time jobs, we both get up really early, but at the same time it takes effort to make sure you don't let that stop things and hold you back from still having good times.
I'm with you though, Mal. Like when I'm getting older, I want to experience new shit. I want to see, and if I'm with the person that I love, I want to go see the damn pyramids. I want to rob a bank.
Of course, you want to do all of that, but that costs money. It takes money, and you have to.
That's why I rob a bank. So rob the bank first.
We're in the process in our life where we're building up to be able to do that. We have a plan. We have a goal that we want to get to, or we can go when the kids are older, and we can go and we can travel, and then we can have crazy sex in crazy places. But right now, we need to get our credit score up.
you can still have sex in crazy places no matter what.
What do you say, T?
I was about to say, so you can't be spicy with your partner. Why?
You can be spicy anywhere you want. You can be spicy.
You guys, it's not that we can't. No, we can't. You're saying that as somebody who does not have 3 children and under the same roof, and one that's a small child that has no respect for my personal space.
Okay,
whatsoever.
so let's take the
my day to day is so like scheduled and planned with kids and work and home and like doing all the extra things that I do, there really is not a lot of time for spontaneity. And then when it comes to what's funny about the spicy thing is, look at what I do. You know, look at what like
We've done all the spicy stuff already, so nothing spicy no more.
That's where our relationship is so different. It's something. I'm always spicy, I think, is the thing. So where our intimacy comes in is it's so much more private and so much more tender and so much more like intimate and personal.
So what moves the needle for you then?
What? What do you mean? Like,
You've done all the spicy stuff. So what, when it comes to like bonding with your spouse, what moves the needle for you when it comes to what would be spicy for Mal? You know what I'm saying?
For me, it's what my boyfriend does that I love that honestly moves the needle for me is I don't have to do shit. If I come home and he's made dinner, the house is clean, he's like he'll get me like he'll get me little gifts, but things that are like a fuzzy sweater or something I'm really cozy in, or he'll buy me like I got into crocheting recently and he went and brought home a whole bunch of yarn, like stupid things that like are only he does for me, only he caters to that side of me. It's different for me because, like I said, my spiciness is out for the whole world to see. So that other side of me, that softer side of me, when he caters to that, it like makes me turn into a different kind of woman. Like, you know,
soft girl.
Yeah, it softens me. It's different because I am like more of a dominant personality out to the world. So we've been together for 7 years and Phil knows it's taken us a long time to get to where we are right now. And a lot of that was learning each other and like, you know, kind of figuring that out. So it takes time, but you have to be willing to put in that time.
Phil?
What moves the needle for me?
What about you, Philly?
With what?
What moves the needle for you?
Oh, respect.
Respect removes the
That's such a
moves the needle.
broad statement, though.
No, it isn't. So I've said this in another podcast before, though. So like, what matters to me is knowing that you're good, right? Because as a man, headed household provider, our joy is in knowing that our family's good, right? When it comes to relationships, that also carries into that too. And me being this person who I am, just like you were your person in your world, I don't want to have to be that when I'm with you. I want to be able to be softer or vent to you without being judged because you know the other version of Phil, and that's the Phil that you like.
Yeah.
When I can't be the real Phil, I don't like that.
Yeah.
So when I have to mask myself, or actually take off my mask and I can be comfortable, I can have a safe space where I can talk about my issues and talk about my problems. That's real. That's what moves the needle for me sexually, because I'm a demisexual. So I cannot have sex with you unless I have an emotional connection with you.
And that's how you get
it has to be emotional connection.
So that's how I build an emotional connection with you. And it's just in my instinct to be a provider, and because that's just how I was taught. You know what I'm saying? Taught in the situation I'm in now, that I kind of have to be, you know? And so if I can't have an emotional connection with you like that, then we cannot be in a relationship, you know? And so that's what moves needed. For when I say respect, is that when you do respect my boundaries, when I say, I don't like how you make me feel when you do this, and you don't respect that, then that chips away at my spiciness meter. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to be eager to
want to do anything with you.
To want to do those things with you because you've either crossed these boundaries or you made me feel this type of way. Yeah. And I don't like that. So there isn't any like, oh, I like when you took them away. Obviously physical things are fun.
And
but
see,
like,
that's where I think it changes though. That's where I think it crosses over from people who really have not really a clear understanding about what it means to have a relationship and be intimate versus people who have been in it, who get it. Like that's different, you know? I think everybody else could be like, oh, I like when a girl is sexually aggressive or like something like that. It's like, ugh, to me, that's so boring. That's so like 20 years ago. Like, come on, talk to me about 20 years into 5 years into the relationship when like things have calmed down, things are different. You're both tired coming home from work. Like, what is that thing that can pull you out of that and actually like spark something in you? And it's not going to be like for my boyfriend, it's not going to be me prancing around in lingerie. Honestly, what he likes the most is when I am wearing my pajamas and I have my hair in braids and my glasses on and no makeup. Like that does it for him more than anything else. And it was weird for me in the beginning because I'm so used to the attention I get from when I'm fully glammed up and dressed up. But it's like almost like a privilege that he gets to see that side of me that the rest of the world doesn't get to see.
You heard what Drake said, 10 years ago? Was the hair tied, makeup off, chilling with no makeup on.
That's
That's
when
when you
she
look
the
pretty.
prettiest.
Yes.
I
So
hope
hopefully
she
you don't
don't
take it
take it
wrong.
wrong.
You know what I'm talking about? With the sweatpants on. You know what I'm talking about? That means a lot.
Yeah.
You know, because then you can be authentically you.
But you have to, what guys don't realize is you have to get there with the girl. She's not always going to let you
It's
get
not
to that
always
point.
gonna it's not gonna happen right away.
No. Yeah.
What about you, dog?
What moves the needle?
Yeah, what moves the needle for you?
Let's see.
She has
I
to
feel like he's
she has
like,
to be a
Loyalty.
wrestling fan and a Cowboys fan.
Loyalty. Loyalty.
Okay.
Um
Someone said I'm lying.
For me is loyalty. For me it's the jealousy. The jealousy cannot be there, because if you're showing that you're too jealous, then that's gonna make me back away.
What is too jealous for you?
What's too jealous for me? Like,
Cause you have some women that say, or some men that say, I love my woman when she's all up under me, or you have some women or some men that just like to have their time by themselves. So what is too jealous for you?
So like what would be crossing the line, I guess, where a woman she's jealous, she has some jealousy in her, some tendencies.
You don't answer the
Boundaries?
phone in one ring. Damn it.
yeah, that's just fucking uncalled for. If you're not answering the phone like in one, no, what the hell? I'm busy or doing something. You know that I'm busy. So if
People like flipping out on you.
and if you're blowing up my phone 20, 25 times, like in like a whole 2-3 minutes,
Go be with that bitch.
that right there. That right there. So is so unattractive.
Yeah.
So that I'm falling back. So now I know where.
But do you lay if let's say that happens one time, and this is where the boundaries thing. So I'm learning now as we.
It's happened plenty of times. It's happened plenty of times where even if you let them know, oh, okay, I'm sorry, babe, I was just just wondering, but you already know what I'm doing because I told you what I'm doing, and now you're blowing up my phone.
I feel like there's more of being insecure.
Mm-hmm.
But
For sure.
So jealousy, like say if you was with a woman and you have a girl that you call your sister, and she'd be like, "Oh, you talk."
Oh yeah, there's a lot of those that I call sisters. There's a lot of them that
And then the girl be like,
they
"Oh, you
can't,
talking
like,
to her too
don't-
much." Mhm.
don't be jealous because there's nothing there. There's not.
Oh, we got a phone call.
We gotta put it on.
Hang on. TK, go ahead and pull up the blue one, the Bluetooth one. No, you gotta put your headphones on.
You've got to put the
We got a
headphones
call. We got.
Hey, you're live on the air. Who's this? Hello.
This is Jay.
What's up, Jay?
Hello.
Yes, sir.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
All right, how you doing?
Hey, I'm doing great. I was just pulling blind. I'm an Orlando native, and I just wanted to, show my appreciation for the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
on.
First time seeing it. So.
First time. So you just saw this when you were randomly browsing YouTube?
No, actually, this question was posted in an Orlando chat, and there was a lot of comment on it, and I just figured I'd just watch the show.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
So who are you siding with so far?
So what are the sides right now?
Actually, we're all agreeing with each other.
Yeah,
Anyway, I'm
kind
just talking
of.
shit.
Well, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, what are your thoughts?
Oh,
So what are your
So I think I put this already in the post, but if men and women be best friends, I think that's generally not. Not particularly for any reasons that are around like sex. I mean, I think there's a lot more that goes in between men and women than just sex, right? That could make that not a best friend scenario.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, even when you look at it from a marriage standpoint, people take marriage counseling, they take sex counseling, they do all these things to keep their marriage together, and that's great. We all know relationships are hard. So to have a best friend that's the opposite sex, we don't really have much to lose. I mean, you're not in a committed relationship. That might be even harder.
Yeah. No, I think he's absolutely right. I think you're absolutely right. Like if you're giving all that effort and that energy into your relationship with therapy and all that stuff, like you kind of shouldn't really be giving any of that to
your best friend.
Yeah, it seems like it would just be wrong if you need to. If it's out of whack and out of balance. I think it's okay to be friends and like friendly, but I don't know. I would just question like best friend. And again, like you said, you only see your best friend a couple times a year. So I think the energy you're putting
I also
in,
did say she's ugly, so.
But that doesn't. That still doesn't mean nothing, Phil.
What?
It doesn't matter if she's ugly or
To
not.
some women, it does. I'm not even gonna lie. The way different women thinks, it does. Because if you're attractive, that significant other is gonna feel like, dang, you might see some of her that you don't see in me.
But no
she's
matter
ugly.
what, if a woman is gonna end up doing something, if a woman is gonna cheat, they're gonna cheat
gonna
with
cheat
emotion.
anyways.
They're gonna cheat anyways. Remember,
so Jay,
if women cheat with
But let's even
emotions.
take away.
Go ahead.
But let's even take that even further, right? Like, what do a lot of women tend to say? They want to be friends first before they're in a relationship, right? So I think we've kind of also blurred the lines between what is a friend.
Yeah.
The friend is saying that we can't have any kind of relationship with women. Like we have, teachers, mentors, coworkers, things like that. But, best of friends is a very particular category. That means you guys generally like doing a lot of the same kind of things. You have a certain level of intimacy, and intimacy is intimacy.
Right. It doesn't have to be sexual.
It doesn't have to be sexual. It never does. It's more. It's just like a woman likes for her mind to get stimulated. So when a woman's mind is getting stimulated in different, they're gonna. Why are you laughing? Because
It just sounds
That's
so
true.
dirty when
But
you
it's
say
true.
it. I know it is. It's just the way you're saying it sounds really dirty. Thank you so much,
Thanks
Jay,
for calling, Jay.
in.
Thanks for calling.
You're welcome. May I add one more thing before I go?
Go ahead.
Sure.
Yeah, I find that this like in the and please don't. I'm not coming for you in this. But I think the conversation is really scared that guys can't keep it in their pants. But I think also the conversation isn't. We don't talk about the other side, which is that when it comes to a non-sexual friendship, women tend to use that to pour resources out of men, not just money, that normally wouldn't. So have a guy that fixes this or a guy that does that. They'll call them for non-sexual relationship needs.
Yeah.
And I feel like this conversation kind of facilitates that kind of,
Definitely does.
promotes that kind of relationship.
You're right. That's another good reason why it's probably not a good idea. But no, he's absolutely right. Because I guess women, like, I wouldn't say this for all women, but yeah, if you have a guy best friend that's really good at fixing cars, like, who are you going to call to fix your car? Or, ask to do this favor or that favor. And I think women can take advantage of that, especially if they know the guy has a little thing for them, which I think it's wrong to do that. So unfortunately, that is another side of the coin.
I don't know the last male friend of mine that tried to fix my car. That's all I'm saying.
Wow.
All right, Jay. Thanks, man.
Thank you for calling. Thank you for calling.
Thank you guys. Great show. I loved it.
Make sure you
Thank you.
subscribe,
Keep watching.
please.
Fucking watch.
Yes,
Please subscribe.
Will do.
All right. Bye-bye. That's true, though.
Yeah.
That's-
He makes a really good point. There's always two sides to everything, and why it may not be the best idea.
I was thinking, too, like, why my female best friend is my best friend.
Yeah.
Because at the period of time where I met them, I was the lowest of low of me.
And now, is it? Now that's another thing. Your best friend? Is this for everybody that you meet your best friend at your lowest?
No, I think people come in your life in any different moment.
times.
It's just that for me in particular, when I was at my lowest, this person showed me a lot of compassion and this person showed me a lot of empathy, and then we bonded from that.
Mm-hmm.
It could have been a man. You know what I'm saying? It's just that person was just there at that time, and then that's how we.
And the whole best friend thing is still so hard for me because I don't know. I guess it's really hard for me to give someone that title because I have like the best friend I had in childhood, from my childhood.
Why is it so hard to to give a title?
It
Because
sounds
of,
weird as adults to say,
It
my
does.
best friend.
Yeah.
What do you mean?
And I'm so like particular about who I give my time and energy to.
Uh-huh.
So to me, when if I'm going to call you my best friend, that means like you're somebody that I'm going to when I can't go with anybody else. When I can't talk to my partner, I can't talk to family, I can't, somebody who knows me on a different level. And I don't know, I just don't know that I've given enough energy. Like I said, my best friend from childhood, who I don't even talk to anymore. And then different times in my life where I've been at lower points. I have a best friend I met in Texas that she and I helped each other as single moms, like get through some tough shit. And then I have my best friend that I met here when I first moved to Florida. And she's, definitely my best friend, but sometimes we don't talk for months. But we have a bond that we just like really know each other, and we can have a good time when we're hanging out with each other. So I don't know. I think if you're giving someone that title of best friend, it needs to be deeper than just we go out and get trashed and shit faced, sometimes together. Like it needs to be more than that.
Yeah.
Now, what's the longevity that you consider somebody your best friend? Is it somebody that you grew up with, or it could be somebody that you knew for 5 years that now you're giving them that title? So in your eyes, what is considered a best friend to you?
Out of all the friends you have, they're just the best one. They're the one that you would go to first, I think. And I think that can be somebody you just met a few months ago, or somebody that you've known your whole life. Mm. But you've created a relationship, a connection with them that supersedes a connection you have with anybody else. And there, could be a million different reasons for that.
Yeah. I don't think there's a time constraint or a time requirement. It's just
one best friend for over 20 years.
Yeah. So with me, we have had to experience something together to where we bonded. And then now that we've experienced, I'm not saying something traumatic, just something.
Yeah. Because people throw that word around so loosely.
Yeah.
That's my best friend.
Well, I have over 20 best friends that are male since we grew up together. But
you can only have one.
No, I think you're different. Honestly, I think you have such a big heart, Mom.
Jesus.
Like,
she said it earlier. You know what? I gotta protect you because you are too sweet. Your heart is too big. I gotta protect you. I'm like, Jesus Lord.
You're a pure soul, and I think that like when you meet somebody and you're like, they're a good person.
No, I literally have 30 best friends since I grew up, since we was 10, 11 years old.
Wow.
And we have a group.
You're very blessed because
we have a group chat on Messenger.
Yeah.
That we talk with every other day, or we FaceTime. We talk shit to each other.
I think that's
like
great though.
there's we say it all the time. I don't really think that there's a lot of people that really have that.
No.
Really have that. Legit over 20, between 20 and 30 of them are in the chat.
I mean, that's family though. That's not even
Yeah,
best
I
friend.
It's go ahead.
So in that group chat, out of 30 people, say you didn't invite you did invite a person on the trip, but they didn't see that you invited them, and they felt some type of way. Like how would that relationship be? Like if they feel some type of way that you didn't invite them on that trip. Out of the 30 people, you invited everybody else but one person.
But you did invite them though. If you put it in the group chat, right?
But they didn't see it.
No, you have to see it because you open up you open up that chat every day. There's no way that you're not opening up that chat.
But they feel some type of way because you didn't personally invite them.
Oh hell no.
So like, what if you had one of those friends like that? Like, did you ever have a situation like that with the 30 people in your group chat? Like,
you know
I
what?
know,
You know
like
what? And they probably watching right now because you know what? And I'm gonna say these fuckers.
And
these
they're like,
fuckers
am I one of those 30?
These fuckers didn't remind me that but either I couldn't go anyways because I was filming my movie that weekend. So they went on the one of my best friends bachelor trip, right? Mm-hmm. So one of them was like, yeah, we put it in the group chat. We always talked about it. Bro,
that's true.
You have to remind me, especially me. You have to remind me. But I couldn't go anyways because I was filming that day. But when they didn't remind me, oh hell yeah, I got pissed that they didn't remind me. I would have tried to switch something up, but it couldn't get switched because it had the film had to be done that weekend. That
look at you with your scheduling issues.
Chantel says, not everyone who says they are your friend are truly your friend.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so careful about how I throw that word around.
Me too. No, I have a very, very small circle, and I was naive earlier. You know, I was like you, Mal. That's why she's telling you she needs to protect you, because not everybody is your friend, especially if you provide something. Like, or if you have something.
My
people are takers. People are takers.
My boys, they tell.
I'm not saying your people now.
They tell me, like, they straight up tell me, like.
But I'm saying you're new to Florida.
Yeah.
So I'm talking about
okay, so we got
here.
my Florida peeps would be that I have met. So I've met you. We've going on already 2 years. Mm-hmm. Me and Nora are going on a year already. Mm-hmm. So it's like when me and Phil met, it was off the get go, like instant. And Phil threw me like, "You're an actor. You do this, yeah. You need to be in this. You need to be in that." And I'm like, "Huh? What the hell is all this?" Literally, when I got home that same day that we did our first podcast, Phil has sent me at least 15 or 20 pages of all different acting castings and shit that to join. And from there, it was like, oh shit. And then ever since then it was wrestling. Then after that, we started doing the
you have a friend that supports your goals.
Exactly. So then, you know, like, I have my old best friends, and then you have your new best friends that you can, you know, you really fuck with. So I really fuck with Phil.
Yeah.
And then after meeting Nora for the first time, when she came on the podcast, I fucks with Nora. Nora's fucking great fucking people.
Oh,
like she said, she gotta protect me. Like she's like I have another. I don't understand if it's like Chantel just commented. Mm-hmm. She's another one. She's my CEO of CEO of the brand. She, when I mean lays it down, she fucking lays it down. You need to get this. You need to do this. And when you're done with it, call me back and let me know you're done. We're like, what the hell?
It's good to have people like that.
And it is that, and I see that because then my sister,
love those boss vibes.
Then my sister being my ass. What the fuck you doing, bro? Why you haven't done this? Why are you doing it? Like,
I feel like those are the people that love you the most.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So then when Nora said that earlier in the chat, I was like,
did you feel started away?
I was like, Jesus, I have another fucking big sister just fucking coming at me. Yeah. Like, what the fuck?
Oh. We can see your innocence and all the crazy in the world that'll just like take advantage. But so who would be like the person if you were having the worst day of your life? Just you got the worst news, you're sad, you're crying your eyes out. Like, who would be the person that you would call?
It doesn't matter if it's a male or a female.
No, who would be your go-to person that you're gonna call because you've hit like just rock bottom and you need to talk to somebody. There would be
out of the 30 friends in your group chat.
Yeah, which one?
Well, all of them would fucking.
So would you just put it in the group chat?
I would put it in the group. I would literally put it in the group chat, and then
like
I think the first one. I would put it in the group chat. Now, if you're telling me who's the first one to respond, I think Sabu would be the first one to respond.
Yeah.
He would be the first one to respond.
He's the biggest shit talker too.
And then after that is Lou. Lou will be the second one to respond. Then everybody else will respond after that.
Do you have the same person? Do you have one person that you go to for that?
I do. Yeah, it would be my best friend, Selena. She's the person I would call and talk all the shit to, and she's the person that would probably talk me down from the ledge and listen to me, and then be like, "Let's go get a drink," or be like, "Where do you want me to hide the body?"
Yeah,
so,
it's crazy because and then if it's not nobody in the chat, it'll be my cousin Ricky. That nigga gives me like a fucking 10th degree fucking meltdown and shit. He'll tell me, nigga, this is what the fuck you gotta do. What the fuck, nigga, you gotta watch out for this bitch. This bitch is not like, bro. What the hell? So it's like I feel when it's not that I feel attacked. I feel the love that when it's like that, because when they're serious, and I know when they're serious. So when they're serious, I just be like, okay.
Yeah, so I think that's very different.
And you take all that advice from your best friends and stuff.
Yeah.
For a female best friend, you know, they'll come down on you, but they'll come down on you, you know, not soft, but emotionally hard, so that way you can process and also understand what the fuck is going on.
But that's so great that you said that, because that's literally the opposite of how all those dudes in the comments were taking it. They're immediately like talk all kinds of shit at a woman that's like coming with just a strong opinion or a strong voice. And I've been called a man. I've been called, like, they immediately go for the fat jokes, like the second, which I just find it all hilarious. But so I like that take on things. I think you
What
should.
about you, Phil?
Do I have one person to? Yeah. I've had several actually. Yeah. So
Yeah. But it takes maturity.
Well, I know you've been to me once in a while.
I mean, hell, I called you today.
Today, he called me today, and I was taking my nap, and I picked up.
You were taking your nap.
I was taking my
This is how
nap.
I know you do not live in the same like realm.
I
don't even know what that is like.
Right?
From work,
I was
waking
just
up at
taking my
3,
daily nap.
waking up at 3 in the morning to be at work to be at work by 4:30 to open up my store by 5 o'clock. You know, so I'm literally working 10, 11 hours a day, and I was like, you know what? Since the show is pushed back until 9, I'm gonna take a little nap. So I was taking my
So jealous of you.
I was taking my
So jealous.
little hour and a half nap right before you called, and you was like, bro,
An hour and a half.
bro, what are you doing? I'm like, I'm up. I'm like, what? What? And then he's like, I gotta vent to you right now. And then he vented to me.
I love that. I love that you guys have that
and then he
relationship.
vented to me. Then I gave him my advice. So it goes both ways, that you take the advice and you could give the advice at the same time. You know.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it. I like it.
All right, man. We've been pushing this show. We were almost an hour and a half here. So let's
Yes.
start wrapping it up.
So the next episode will be March 6th. Yeah,
that is a Wednesday.
that's Wednesday. So that'll be the next episode. The next episode definitely have my artist Benny on, and then also have the cast on. The cast that made
The cabaret stuff? Or are you talking about
No. my movie. So
yeah.
we will finally have them, because the week after will be the premiere.
Oh.
March 16th is the premiere.
All right.
We don't know the location yet, but it's the 16th.
Okay.
So March 6th will be the next podcast, and we will have my music artist, and we will have everybody that made my movie possible.
Nice. It sounds like March is looking like a busy month for you. You got the podcast on the 6th. You've got your premiere, and then we've got the cabaret show
on the 21st. Yep. So and then maybe March 7 is it that Friday before the premiere. I will find out probably next week about another hosting event.
Nice.
So I'm hoping
So
on
keep
that
an
one.
eye on all the social media pages then.
Yes,
See what all the
definitely. We have
exciting things are.
we have a lot of things cooking up, heating up in the kitchen. There's another my next big film will be starting in May, but that will probably be towards the end of March, where I will, announce.
I can't type.
I will announce the title for that movie, and the logo and everything will be already finished. So there's March looking like another big month, another busy month. Because then I'm also filming Shattered Dreams. We were supposed to film it last week, but it got pushed back.
Nice.
For March. So I'll be filming that in March.
growing.
Yes. That's what
Love
we do.
it.
What else? What do you have on tap, Nora?
I'm just focusing on the cabaret show. I'm tired. I got too much shit going on. At some point, I want to get in my garden and get my garden together, and I need to start doing yoga again. I want to take some. I need to do some shit for myself. So I'm gonna take March a little bit easier, besides just the podcast
Phil?
and the cabaret show.
Well, Tiandra and I have a podcast called Gin to Gin. We talk about different perspectives through our generational lenses. So that's we release it every 3 weeks. It's on YouTube. Just Google or YouTube Gin to Gin podcast. Or
Hopefully, the 21st, you and your wife can come out to the next showcase on the 21st.
that should be fun. We'll see.
We're hoping.
Or you can just stay home and send your wife.
Yeah.
You know what? That's probably a better idea.
Please do that.
Yeah.
I told her I was gonna make you do that, so do that.
Did she respond?
Yeah, she's down.
Oh, look at that. So
We've been
bam.
talking. Me and
Oh,
your wife are
they've
gonna
been
be
talking.
besties.
They've been
I'm
talking.
gonna
Phil,
get her
watch
out.
it.
I'm gonna get her out. I'm gonna show her a good time.
We better watch it, Phil. They've been talking.
She can't have any male best friends though. So just saying.
Don't worry. We'll just spend the whole night trash talking them.
All right, guys. So we are out of here for the night. Everybody have a great night. God bless
Good
everybody.
night.
And good luck in all y'all projects that you guys are doing. Bye.
Tiandra, it's the button on the top. There you go.
Ooh.